What is up out there? It is time for Put Me In, Coach. Yeah, I'm pumped about these sounds we have here. How you doing out there? Jesse Inman here, and alongside my close compadre, Mr. Chris Pinson. Chris, how's it going?
It's good, man. I'm doing just fine.
Okay, good. Well, good. We got a fun show today, as always. Well, you know what? Maybe our first segment isn't that fun.
Come on. It's always fun.
I'm depressed about the Chiefs. We're talking sports here. Put me in, Coach. We talk a little sports, talk a little random quasi-sports stuff, talk a little gambling, give you everything here on Put Me In, Coach. Chris, today, let's give them the rundown for what we're talking about. We got Chiefs recap, bad news in Arrowhead.
Bad news. As we both know, losing stinks, and it was a loss the Chiefs could not afford. But once again, Jesse, like we said last week, this is the era right now we're in where the Chiefs are catching all the bad breaks. For the last 6 years, we've been spoiled where every game, especially last year when you're 12-1 in one-score games, the Chiefs have always found a way to win a close one-possession game. And this year, we are finally getting everything that we have loved about the past. And this year, we're getting murdered with everything from crazy interceptions, drop passes, you name it. The Chiefs have now found the ways to lose close games and not win them.
Yeah, it has been rough. I don't know exactly what the real problem is. Like, I have a lot of people I'd like to blame for this, but I just don't really know where to go with the first bit of blame on this season. And everybody wants to say, oh, Matt Nagy, he needs to go.
Naturally.
What does Matt Nagy do, Chris?
He's not throwing the football. He's not dropping passes. I mean, look, dude, again, we got spoiled as a Chiefs team where pick a game last year in the last 5 years where between a referee's call or a crazy interception that we got, a blocked field goal, you name it, we have found every way to win those games. And for some reason, the football god said, look, this year, not anymore. And that was a perfect cataclysm, a perfect nutshell. The Chiefs season was on Sunday night, watching them miss a field goal, doinking off the upright, when last year, the doink for the division won us the game against the Chargers.
Yeah. And, okay, there is a just over 10% chance right now that the Chiefs still make the playoffs. So,
I mean, there's a chance.
There is technically a chance. The Colts have to lose out. That's a big part of this.
Could happen.
The Chiefs have to win out. Yeah, and the Colts don't have an easy schedule. They have Seattle. I think they have San Fran in there. They have Houston again, I think. I don't know their other game. But
they don't have Daniel Jones anymore.
But they do have an old man coming to the rescue, Phillip Rivers. We'll get into that more here in just a minute because that's just fun. It's just fun stuff. And you know, if I'll save my thoughts on Phillip Rivers coming back, but the other part of this is the Chargers have to lose a lot. Okay, they have to lose to us this Sunday, coming into Arrowhead. They also they do have a tough schedule. They have to play the Broncos again. I think they have the Texans again as well, and I mean, so nothing easy for the Chargers.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, there is. It's slim, of course. 10% is what they're saying, but however they tabulate that, I have no idea. But
it's like Alan from The Hangover, just
yeah, doing the Rain Man thing. Okay, so here it is for the Chargers: Chiefs, Cowboys, both on the road. Houston at home, at Denver.
Wow.
Could they go 0-4 there? I could see them going 1-3.
I was going to say 1-3 to me sounds realistic. 0-4, we need some help from the gods against Dallas. You feel me?
But honestly, the Chiefs got to beat them this week, or it doesn't matter at all. So, and you know, I have a lot of, and I was talking earlier about who do I blame for all of this. I mean, man, I just do I blame Andy Reid? The play calling is stale. I watched a play of their second drive, a 3rd and 4, where they 5 wide, or maybe it was 4 wide. Everybody just ran to the sticks and turned around.
Yep.
And just wiggled around side to side.
I mean, that's Madden 101 play calling. We know that.
It's the most obvious thing. There's no magic left. Brett Veach, by the way. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like he's getting out of any blame, really, of anything. I'm not saying this season particularly is his fault, but I think Brett Veach has been a little overrated for what we're getting right now.
Look, don't be the prisoner of the moment. Come on, bro. We just got done going to 3 straight Super Bowls, and now we're having a down year. Look,
These signs were here.
Look. Let me calm the storm here, okay? In Gainesville, right? I worked in Gainesville covering the Gators. I was there for Dan Mullen's last year, right? Mm-hmm. So Dan Mullen had come into Florida in 2018. By 2020, he had taken the Gators to the SEC Championship. Then they lose in the Sugar Bowl, okay? After that season, the next year, the Gators go 6-7. What does Florida do? They fire Dan Mullen.
Yeah.
And since then, they hired Billy Napier, who now they fired, and they're now on another coach, okay? This is the same principle where, as a fan base, you've been spoiled with success that you hadn't had before, and now because the one time you smell smoke in the kitchen, you're worrying about the entire house burning down.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Let me tell you why this is happening. Let me tell you why the house is burning down.
It's not.
Because Brett Veach has made some mistakes. I think he is possibly the biggest problem here. Getting us to this point.
What?
Like, yeah, okay, like it's easy to say, what am I going to be, a Patriots fan? Like, oh, sorry, look at the rings, kiss the rings. No, okay, here's why. He signs Chris Jones, Trey Smith, and Harrison Butker. Harrison Buttfart. All 3 of these dudes are the highest paid at their position. Chris Jones, yes, he was great this past Sunday, but I just feel like, why do we have to wait until the biggest moment to be great? Like, why do you have to wait until your back's against the wall, Chris Jones, to start performing? Also, like, Brett Veach, 2023 draft in Kansas City after they had won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Why do we have to draft home cooking Felix Anudike Uzoma from K-State to pop the crowd with the 32nd pick of night 1?
Yeah, bad
Huge
pick.
mistake.
Bad
He's
pick.
done nothing. He's injured now. I get it, but whatever. Plus, now Trent McDuffie is going to have to probably be traded in the offseason because they chose to make Karlaftis the 15th highest paid edge, and also Nick Bolton is the 4th highest paid linebacker. This is where we're at now. So
You can't pay everybody when you got a salary cap, right? The same baseball.
Kelsey, my man,
Got to go.
it's over.
The Eras Tour is over. Time to retire.
Yeah. The last 2 or 3 years have been crippling going to the other team. Not just Kelsey. You have nothing left to prove, Travis Kelsey. Nothing left to prove.
Top 5 tight end of all time.
You could play a couple more years. Best tight end ever for me. But obviously I'm
fair.
biased.
That's fair.
He could play a couple more years, get into the top 5 all-time in receptions. Got nothing left to prove. Like, he's currently at 11, I think, right now in all-time receptions, but is what it is. We got to move on here. I could go on and on. All the wide receivers, by the way, y'all can go. All of you can go at the end of your contracts. Matt Nagy, if they replace him with someone, please let Eric Bieniemy come back and get on somebody's butt about,
That's right. We want some
fire
old
somebody
school
up.
coaching.
Yeah, need somebody to fire them up out there. Anyway, we're talking about Missouri State now. They're headed to the Xbox Bowl, Chris. And so are you.
Yes, I am. Yes, we've finally gotten the green light here, and I'm so ecstatic. So a week from Thursday, December 18th, 8 o'clock at night, odd time for a game.
Yeah.
But it is Missouri State doing what no one thought would happen. It's going to the FBS level, and in their first year, not just playing the game against the bigger boys, winning their game. They now went 7-5 this season after an 8-4 year last year. They got into the Xbox Bowl. So in the first year of switching conferences, first year playing at the FBS level, you are now going to a certified bowl game. So in Frisco, Texas, at the Dallas Cowboys headquarters at the Star, 12,000 seat arena with a dome. I mean, this is the biggest thing to happen to the Missouri State Bears since, in my opinion, the great Jackie Stiles and company were kicking butt back in the 90s, okay, when they went to the Final Four. So to me, this is paramount, and we're going to be there on Wednesday and the game day Thursday, bringing you everything from social media updates, big interviews, going to pregame parties, having a lot of fun, and showing you, the folks at home, what it's like to party Bear style at the Xbox Bowl.
Ooh, getting bared down or something. Yeah, Ryan Baird. That's the coach. Ryan Baird.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something there. So it should be fun. And actually, this show will air next Thursday, and Chris will be live in Frisco at the Star. Should be pretty fun. So we're excited for that. Chris, another bit of college football related news. The college football playoff bracket is out, and some people are angry, including Notre Dame.
who took their ball and said, we're not just going to go home. We actually want to leave the ACC, even though we don't play football in that conference. Okay, so
Yeah.
Jesse, in your opinion, is Notre Dame putting up a proper protest, or are they looking like a bunch of sore losers?
I got to say sore losers. And I read something,
Agreed.
I don't know if it's true. Next year, if they're ranked in the top 12, aren't they automatically in because of some clause?
Apparently, the language in the contract exists.
Okay, yeah, that's foolish to me. That's, well, I mean, it's not, because that kind of is how it should be, I guess.
But is it though, bro?
guess
They're
I would think-
independent. They don't play a real schedule.
Yeah.
They get to pick and choose. And again, their AD who said, we went on one of the best 10-game runs in college football history. You played 3 ranked teams. You lost to 2. You only beat 1. And the rest of your competition was in that vein. They all had losing records or barely above 500. No offense. You're not getting credit when you're playing Syracuse and Pitt and other crappy teams because, well, 70 years ago, we rode on 4 horses and we were legendary. Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So overrated.
It's weird. I don't know. Like, with the 12-team playoff, there's just always going to be that 13th team that's angry. And it's not just Notre Dame, too, that's angry about it. Like, there are at least 5, close to 10 teams that have declined bowl bids. I think K-State is one of them. If that's right, but I don't know. In these games, the first round will start the day after the Bears game, so Friday the 19th.
Okay.
I know OU and Alabama are that night. We got 30 seconds here. Early picks, early favorites. Who do we like?
Oregon over JMU. Give me OU over Alabama. I like Ole Miss over Tulane, and I like A&M over Miami.
Okay. Who do you like to win it? Who's your early favorite?
The Ohio State Buckeyes. You're
The-
defending national champions,
Yeah.
even after losing to Indiana.
Tough loss to Indiana. Maybe you weren't showing their
Maybe
cards.
they were better than we thought, though.
Let me just shot in the dark here. Georgia. Give me Georgia. We'll see what happens.
The
All right.
Dogs.
We'll be right back with some other stuff here on Put Me In Coach. It'll be a good time. Stay with us. That's right.
Careful.
Hey, I guess we're back now.
Okay.
I guess we're back. Yeah.
Remember, kids, debt is serious. Be careful with your credit card.
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, welcome back to Put Me In, Coach. Just talked a little Chiefs, talked a little Missouri State, and now it's time to get weird because there are some quick hitter topics we're going to throw at you here. Let's start here, Chris. We have
Yes, the suit of armor himself.
Barry Bonds. Break down what the latest with Barry Bonds is. It's Hall of Fame related. They've started a new
An
wing,
eras committee.
I guess. Yeah, I guess not a wing of the Hall of Fame, but yes, the Contemporary Era Committee.
Yes.
Which what even is that? Like, it just like to include steroid users? Is that basically?
Allegedly, right? Allegedly. Okay, look. So basically, the Hall of Fame had a vote recently, right? This week, and they said we have X amount of people on the ballot who are on their last shot to make the Hall of Fame or not. They need 14 votes to make the Hall of Fame. If you don't get in, you never get to be considered again. So among those people were guys like San Francisco Giants teammate Jeff Kent, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and several other guys, of course, that played in the 80s and 90s and steroid era. Jeff Kent was the only person to receive 14 votes, and now he's going to be inducted next summer into Cooperstown. So, of
Okay.
course, there's now a major outcry, or in my case, I'm fine with it. Guys like Bonds and Clemens, who either knowingly or quote unquote had protectors not admit they took this stuff, they didn't get in. And I'm fine with that. You know why? Here's the deal. Barry Bonds' career before he became this giant human was already Hall of Fame worthy. So I get that. How can you say you can't leave him out? And I say this. When it comes to baseball, the all-time greatest records in the sports history are batting, right? It was 714, then it was 755 by Hank Aaron for all-time home runs in a career. Then it was 60 home runs in a season. Between Bonds, McGuire, Sosa, and Luis Gonzalez, you had 4 guys literally in a 5-year span shatter that record multiple times. To me, when you break the hardest record in sports, which is single season home run record, when you break that record, because, again, great hitter, great steroids don't make you hit the ball. But the fact that you added that to your arsenal, became this giant, oversized, muscle-bound Mr. Olympic, to me, that's not fair. That gave you more of an edge than you deserved. So, no, I'm glad he's not in the Hall of Fame.
I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Why?
Everybody was doing it at that time, and pitchers, hitters. I heard a great take. I want to say it was from AJ Przinsky the other day. I don't know if you saw this, but he thinks the cutoff for steroids in the Hall of Fame should be 05. I think that was around the time that what was the big report that came out that had A-Rod?
Oh, the Balco report.
Yeah,
the Mitchell report.
The whatever it was
Yeah,
called.
it was the Mitchell report. Yep.
Because-
A-Rod also does not deserve to go in the Hall of Fame. He got caught twice.
Because at that point, they had told you, like, this is not allowed. It was
Correct.
against the law up to that point, but it wasn't like a rule in baseball. And, like, man, Bonds is, he's just, I think Hall of Fame means something, you know, like.
Of course, right? Because not all very good.
Yeah, like
Dale Murphy is the guy that people are pissed off about that did not get voted in, even though he was one of the best players of the 1980s.
Yeah, like Barry Bonds, what he did was, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't really have a great. I should have a better reason for why I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, here.
I just think he should be because the numbers kind of speak for themselves, and I don't think it was necessarily. I mean, I don't know. Everybody was doing it at the time.
Okay, here's the
I
deal.
guess that's
Okay,
all I can say.
here's one of the most damning stats about Barry Bonds. Before the 2000 season, right before 2000, Barry Bonds had never broken 50 home runs. So in 2003, when he broke the record for single season home runs was 73. Okay, think about that. He hit 20. How many? He hit what? 40. He hit 23 more home runs than he's ever hit in his career. He breaks 50 home runs. He breaks 60. He breaks the 70 home run mark in one season, and he had never hit more than 50 in a year before that.
Sometimes you just figure it out, you know?
Oh yeah, clearly
he
it wasn't.
figured it out.
Yeah, like Mark McGwire. I spent years in the cages getting backspin. You sure did, and you spent years. And listen, no offense again. Greg Anderson, his trainer, was right. He stayed 2 years in contempt in jail because he never ratted on him. But what did Barry say? I didn't knowingly inject something. So that means I didn't know what was going in my body. But for somebody to inject something into me means you still took something not of bread, water, or air. You feel me? So, no, you don't deserve the Hall of Fame, Barry Bonds, because you are a cheater.
He said he would never accept an invite anyway at this
Good.
point. So, next topic. We got to move on here. We're going a total different direction.
Jesse, why is there only one guy on that screen?
That is weird. What's going on with that?
can't-
Hey, this Saturday night, folks, Saturday night's main event, watch it on Peacock. John Cena's final match in Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena. I think
Yes.
that's the one there.
How excited are you for this?
I am very excited. I may or may not be, haven't decided yet, might be going to the Chiefs-Chargers game this weekend, but going up Saturday night after the parade. I have a very busy schedule. This
Look
is
at you
cool.
all dayer.
Are you familiar with the guy who he's going against here?
I'm going to say Bad Haircut Man.
Well, that's
is that his wrestling name?
Accurate. But this is Gunther. And they had this whole tournament to determine who his final opponent would be. Now, in wrestling, kind of the old adage, the tradition is that when you're an old school wrestler, you kind of go out on your shield, you know? You do the job, as they say, brother.
Right.
And you talk, you know, you basically lose your final match. That's kind of the thing. And put over.
What?
You put over the next guy. That's kind of the tradition in wrestling.
Please don't put this guy over.
We don't have a ton of time here because we are running out, but do you have a favorite John Cena moment?
Honestly, I would just say his charity work. I can't say I was the biggest wrestling fan of him,
Okay.
but the fact that so many kids in Make-A-Wish want him and he's so overly requested means hopefully he is in fact a good person in front and behind the curtain.
My favorite John Cena moment. Give me ECW One Night Stand 2006. Maybe it was 05. Him versus Rob Van Dam.
Oh, RVD.
At the ECW arena. The crowd hated Cena, dude. It was a true road game. Never seen a more rabid crowd. So, yeah, John Cena's final match this Saturday. Last thing, Old Man Rivers. He's back.
Very nice.
Back on the practice squad. God. Funniest thing, 44 years old, literal grandpa, because he has like 10 kids.
11
kids.
He can field a team now.
Yes, he can. And there you go. So Rivers back on the practice squad. Will he start for the Colts? I don't know after Daniel Jones' injury, but there he is. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that Anthony Richardson has played himself out of the NFL because if he can't be healthy to be a starter or even a backup, he's going to go somewhere. So I hope you save your money, kid.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Anyway, no offense, Phil Rivers, don't get hurt, but I hope you guys lose every game because the Chiefs need you to lose.
That's the thing is I want him to win, but he can't. I'm in a conundrum here. as a
Double
Chiefs
L
fan.
weenie.
Dang it. Dang it. Man, that sucks. But yeah, he'll wear number 17, by the way. That's what Daniel Jones was wearing. But he's on IR now, so 17 up for grabs.
Dang
Saw
old
that
Achilles.
This morning. Yeah,
It's an age-old injury.
That sucks, man. He was already playing with a broken leg, and now he's got the Achilles. But yeah, Philip Rivers, 44-year-old grandpa, back under center, maybe. I don't know. Practice squad. They may roll with Riley Leonard.
God help that guy, man,
Yeah.
for real. If he takes one good hit, he might be going down forever.
Just toast. Yeah, you talk about. I mean, he's almost
44,
as old
bro.
as John Cena. Yeah, Cena's like I think 48, 49.
Wow.
Let's talk some bets. Okay. That's what I want to say, but last week we both went 1-3, so it's more like this. Sad news. Chris, we're back with a new batch of, this is actually not this is last week's picks, isn't it? This is what you had last week.
That's correct.
Doesn't really
but I
matter.
did take the Cowboys this week for the cover, which I'll probably lose again.
There you go. We'll update
There we
it.
go.
We got 3 minutes here. Run me down. What do you got for the over, under, the cover?
Okay, look, the over is simple. The Ravens and Bengals, they couldn't cover a newborn child, so therefore they're both going to score massive amounts of points. So I like the Ravens and Bengals over on 52.5. By the way, my pick last week, or actually Thanksgiving, was better, so yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Texans, go in the under. The Texans defense is obviously legit. It's so dominant, and as much as it might kill my fantasy team, since I have 3 players on the Cardinals, I like the Texans defense winning another low-scoring game there.
Yeah.
The cover, though, for sure. Cowboys, it's -5.5. I mean,
Vikings.
yeah, the Vikings are terrible. McCarthy's terrible. Yeah, it's Vikings, Cowboys. I like the Cowboys to hopefully win that game big and cover easily.
Are they on the road? Cowboys at Vikings?
No, it's Vikings and Cowboys.
Okay. That I was going to be really shocked
That's
if
right.
they were 5.5 point spread there.
That's right. That way, all those pass catchers can get blinded by the light.
Who sings that?
Manfred Mann, the Earth Band.
There we go. Thank you.
That's right. My Spotify age is 69. Thank you.
Mine is too.
Whoa!
What the heck? All right, we'll have to exchange playlists after this. All right, here's what I'm looking at for this week's over and under the covers. I'm going over 37.5 Raiders at Eagles.
Wow.
Seems very low to me. This is
The Raiders are so bad.
they are bad. The Eagles defense is kind of good.
It is.
That's actually, did they have 7 sacks this past week
They did.
on Monday?
But
Okay.
Jalen Hurts had 4
Yeah.
INTs.
Raiders defense to me, I just don't trust them. By the way, I targeted their defense for an over last week, and we hit the backdoor cover on the last second field goal there. That was really suspect.
Garbage time.
People thought, but it is what it is. That was my one correct guess. I'm going under 49.5 for Bills at Patriots. Patriots defense, legit. I think they've got the Bills kind of figured out because I think that was a really low scoring game last time. I really should look into it. They've already played, but I know they held James Cook in check in that game. But 49.5, I just like the Patriots defense.
How are the
to show
Patriots
up.
back this fast? That just angers me so much.
I know, yeah, and I think the Patriots will control the ball a little bit at home, and the weather could be a little dicey. To cover, got to do it.
Don't do it.
Got to do it.
Don't do it.
Chargers are covering 4.5. I saw
No.
something today that the Chiefs are going to be favored in every game going forward.
How is that possible?
The Titans and Raiders game I get, but how they're favored, this is because they're at home, and then they're going to be at home against the Broncos, so I guess that's why.
It didn't help on Sunday night losing the Texans.
It did not. But give me the Chargers to cover 4.5 at home. I could probably go Chargers money line and be happy there. But
By the way, can I just say, the guy that cut my hair yesterday, he was at that game Sunday, and he said, it has been many years, but I was, in fact, Arrowhead was as dejected and quiet as he's ever heard it in probably the Mahomes era.
well, for good reason. That's put me in, coach. Thanks for watching.